Hello. Today I bought a dolly and I bought stands and rails for it as well because you can't just buy a dolly without any stands or rails. And the one I bought was the Proaim Polaris dolly, and I got the stands from Impact Key Grips, and those are pretty decent. And the rails are also from Proaim as well, and these are kind of the modular ones where it has threads in there you can, you know, easily store it around and bring it around. The next day, the dolly finally came as compared to the first. We missed FedEx that was supposed to come in and sign for it, so it kind of was annoying, but I was there and I was able to sign for it, which is great. So I'm back here at the office with the dolly, and you can see this can fit on a cart. This is, I think, 26 by 36, something on that range. So it can fit. The case is definitely smaller than the Dana Dolly cases. I would prefer like the plastic Pelican style case. I just feel like that I could give it a little bit more of a beating, and it would be like, I don't know, it would be more durable in the long run, especially for rentals. Metal cases, it's strong, but like once you dent it, it's dented, whatever. So, yeah, everything can fit in here. The rails fit in here as well. They kind of stick out a little bit, of course. The stands fit as well, obviously. The stands will fit in it. It'd be ridiculous if it doesn't. So that's pretty good. So let's open this up and let's take a look at everything inside. So right off the bat, obviously you got the dolly here. And the dolly has some weight to it. It's got some chunk. It's already got a bowl here connected to that. The wheels feel really good, smooth. Spinning is pretty simple. There's a little bit of dust, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, that feels really good. You have the wonderful silica packets for lunch later. And then I've kept the foam in here just to keep in there. Thank you for choosing Proaim. So let's take the foams out. It's a kind of like not protecting foam, but whatever. But one thing to note, the lid, I'm not sure you guys can see that. Yeah, you can, okay. The lid here, there's foam up here and they've indented inside the lid so you can fit your stuff in it so it won't like protrude onto the lid, which is pretty nice there. Take out all these foams here. This right here is kind of a use of a lot of space here. But this foam here, so this section here holds the little legs here, which is kind of hard to get. So there's two here, and then there's another foam under that. There's two more legs under there, which is also difficult to grab. This is why we have holes in the foams, cut holes so we can grab things, This is very ridiculous. Like this Allen wrench over here is hard to grab. I'm going to see if I can use that to pry it out. Oh my God. This is one reason why I was considering customizing my own case for it, which will probably be just as expensive. Okay. So I probably gotta fix that. I'll probably cut some bigger holes here. I'm not sure. Just so I can grab it, or just make it a little bit further out. I don't know. But these legs are for these here. And you just screw in the legs. And like that. I think it's the other way around. Or whichever way you want, really. I think. So, I think I would do this way, actually. For upside down use. I think hopefully this case will allow me to, I don't think it will actually. I was hoping I can just leave the legs in there. I can just close the case, but no, it sticks out too much. So that kind of sucks. So whoever wants to use that will have to take it out. I'll probably try to make it simple for them to take it out as much as I can. But yeah, these legs are pretty cool because you don't have to use an apple box and lay this on top of the apple box. Because in general, we have these bolts that stick out, and that kind of makes it not so flat. So if you're trying to go on a flat surface that's smooth, it doesn't work that well. So I think that's why they created these legs, so we can do something like that. But let's take a look at that in a second. This right here, this is supposed to be stopping. I think no one will ever use this. I don't think I'll ever use this. But it's designed so you can, so when this is on the rail, you can put this in here. It slips right through that, and then you can connect this bottom portion onto the rail so you can tighten it down and stop the dolly from moving. And that's why I said I think nobody would ever use that. Who knows? People might. It just seems like it might be in the way more than being useful. And this part here, it's so hard to grab. This is just the middle point, so you can, if you have a long rail, it doesn't bow too far to the bottom there. But we have another bowl here. I think this is 75 millimeters. I think this one might be 60. I'm not sure. One thing I noticed is you can't easily switch bowls. It has to be screwed on, which kind of sucks. But I guess that's what makes it different. But for the most part, most of us have 75 millimeter bowls, and we'll probably just use that. So let's assemble this, and with the rails and everything, and see how it works out. Oh, there you go. See, this already has that disadvantage of I can't just put this on the ground. And that will probably annoy a lot of people who's used to the Dana Dolly. So, yeah, that can get annoying. That was not a pleasant sound. All right, throughout the bat, let's try on the floor. I think these rails, they're kind of cheaper, so I think it will bow a little bit. So I think in the future I'm gonna get probably buy newer, better rails. I don't want to get speed rails. I like the modularity of it being 4 foot. You can make it 8 foot. So maybe Dana Dolly rails or something. Those are like out of stock though. But yeah, I think just a little weight, it kind of did some push in the bottom there. But yeah, let's put these on the stands and actually put a camera on this. Let's go to the highest point of these stands. I have to go slowly on this. These are the shorter stands from Impact key grip line. So they don't go super high, but honestly, in my opinion, if you need a stand that goes super high, then I don't know what your application is. Like, if it needs to go this high, then maybe a C stand or something like that would be needed, even though it's not strong. You can kind of feel, so I'm gonna cut the camera. I'm gonna show you this little part here. So right here, this is the point where the two rails connect with the threads, and this is little like lip, I guess we'll call it, where you can see it, and when you roll over, you can kind of feel it. It's very smooth though. I think if I had more weight on the dolly, it would it's be unnoticeable. It's very, very unnoticeable in my opinion. It's not like it's going over a hill or any actual bumps. So, but that's something to note about these rails. Okay, I think I was wrong. I think this is 100 millimeters, and then this is 75. Or I might be right, and the ball head I have is actually the correct size, or 60 millimeters, whatever. No, I think this is 60 millimeters. I have no idea. Whatever, who cares? But let's put this on, and let's put a camera on there. All right, level. Let's grab a camera. All right, I got my C70 here, not rigged up for anything, just a top handle. And I think C70 alone with a lens is probably enough weight to test things out here. I probably won't be able to see any bowing, which is kind of what I'm testing, like this strength here of the rails. And honestly, I think I'm able to use the middle section here, this little thing here that is really hard to grab, if I wanted to. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. So this feels good already. So my initial thoughts on this dolly, there's a little bit compromised. Like I said, the edges here, they're not fully flush. So just putting it down in general to put the rails on, it's kind of a pain. But that's very small, honestly. If like that's deal breaker for you guys, I'm sorry. The rails, I think, is a really good start if you need rails for relatively affordable price. You can still kind of feel it. I just hope the threads don't break, because like when I was screwing it in, it really felt like it was like tearing off the metal a little bit, you know. The stands, they're good. This is like the perfect height for most dolly situations. If you need higher, then obviously there's higher ones. But honestly, I mean, how high do you need it for a lot of dolly stuff? I understand there's like, you want to get like eye level, but whatever, you know. But overall, the dolly itself feels really good. There's a level here, which is really nice. I will dare say it's up to par with the Dana Dolly. Universal rail attachments are the same, you know, so it's really good, honestly. So if you're looking for a relatively affordable Dolly, that's kind of like has a higher payload. I know there are other ones that are probably cheaper, but this can probably do like higher payloads. I see the DP use it with a bazooka with his Ursa, you know. So this could probably do big payload. Obviously the rails matters, so the rails up to you guys what you want. But then if you want portability and affordability, these might be a good start. Otherwise, just go buy speed rails at, you know, your Home Depot or Lowe's. But then you're kind of stuck with that size. That's the only difference between those. So yeah, I would say this is a solid start, and it'd be nice once to get the rentals out. Oh, the bowl. It does kind of suck if for the bowl, but then like most of the time, in my opinion, my experience, we leave it on the same bowl we're gonna use the tripod on. So honestly, switching it out, if you have to switch out the bowls during production, that means something has happened to the tripod or whatever. So honestly, like it staying on is kind of pretty good deal. So yeah, I like it.